Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Margaret Roberts died Tuesday. Arrangements are incomplete at Boone & Cook Funeral Home. 8 announcements from Colonial Funeral Home. The family of Barbara Jean Leffler White will receive friends today, 11 until 11:45, at Oak Grove Baptist Church, with funeral services at 12 and interment in the church cemetery. Graveside services for Eulalia Bell Butler Scotton are today at 1 at Woodland Cemetery. Funeral services for Charles Key Smith are today at 2 at Ellisboro Baptist Church, where he was a member, with interment with military honors in the church cemetery. Graveside services for Bobby Hall Adkins are tomorrow at 11 at Mount Hermon United Methodist Church Cemetery. The family will greet friends following the service in the Fellowship Hall. Funeral services for Mary Ann McBride Strader, 76, of Sandy Ridge, who died Sunday, are tomorrow at 11 at Stokes Chapel, with interment in Northview Primitive Baptist Church Cemetery. She was born in Stokes County and a member of Philadelphia Baptist Church. She was preceded in death by husband James E. Sonny McBride. Survivors include sons Jerry Wayne and Tina McBride, Joshua McBride, Chris Tover, and Wayne Everett McBride and Brenda, daughters Renda Nance, Reva Jane Hall, and Tammy Farmer, brother William White, sisters Lilla Faye Gilly and Betty White, 14 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. Memorial services for William Maxwell Butch Thomas are tomorrow at 2 in Madison. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service and will greet guests following the service. Carol Morris Summerlin, 77, of Stoneville, died Monday. Funeral services will be held Friday at 11 at First Baptist Church of Madison. The family will receive friends beginning at 10. Entombment Saturday at 12 at Evergreen Memory Gardens in Wilson. She was born in Wilson County, graduated from Rock Ridge High School in 1962, attended East Carolina University, and graduated from Atlantic Christian College, Barton College in 1966. She completed her master's in educational administration from UNC Greensboro in 1976. Her teaching career began as an elementary school teacher in Johnston County. She relocated to the Madison-Mayodan area schools in 1970, where she served as assistant principal at Scott Lassiter Elementary School and principal at John W. Dillard School, and was employed with Rockingham County Schools until 1998. In 2002, she returned as principal of an alternative learning program for Rockingham Youth Services, where she worked until retirement in 2010. She was a faithful member of First Baptist Church of Madison, where she served as deacon chairwoman, Bible school teacher, and children's choir director. She was also an active member of Madison-Mayodan Rotary, where she served as the first female president and district governor. She was preceded in death by husband Gerald Terry Summerlin Sr. Survivors include sons Gerald Terry Summerlin Jr. and Myra Probst of Summerfield, and Michael Wayne Summerlin and Mindy of Charleston, West Virginia. 5 grandchildren, brother Carlisle Morris and Teresa, and sister Margaret Huey and Larry. The family thanks Brookdale in Reedsville, Camden Place in Greensboro, and Hospice of Rockingham County for their care, with special thanks to caregiver Luvinia Gillum and special friends. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to her church or to hospice. Carl Philip Buck Tuttle, U.S. Navy retired, died Monday. Funeral services are Friday at 2 in Madison, with visitation at 1. Interment at Woodland Cemetery with military rites by the Rockingham County Honor Guard. The family will receive friends other times at the residence. He was born in Rockingham County, was a World War II veteran, and served on the aircraft carrier USS Midway and USS Carl C. He returned to Rockingham County, where he worked with his father at Lee Self-Service, and founded Park and Shop with his brothers, and they developed Rockingham Square Shopping Center. He was preceded in death by wife Louise Lesso Tuttle. Survivors include daughter Robin Tuttle Neal of Stoneville, sons Robert Bobby Tuttle and wife Nona of Madison, and John Tuttle and wife Robin of Stokesdale, 4 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. The family asks that in lieu of flowers, memorials be made to Disabled Veterans National Foundation. 5 announcements from Fair Funeral Home. Funeral services for Sisters Darlene Fry Pinson and Sheila Louise Stover are today at 2, with the family receiving friends 1 hour prior to the services and burial in Overlook Cemetery. Funeral services for James Jimmy Ray Watkins, 37 of Greensboro, are tomorrow at 2. He was a graduate of McMichael High School and employed at National Coatings of Raleigh. Surviving are parents David and Karen Watkins, daughter Zoe Watkins, and fiancée Rebecca Anderson and her daughter Talia Cook. Also, brother Coley Watkins and sister Katie Watkins. Patsy Gale Woods, 66, died Tuesday. Funeral services will be held Friday at 2, with the family receiving friends 1 hour prior to the services and burial in Overlook Cemetery. Surviving are sisters Deborah W. McBride, Kathy Pete Hooker, and Susan L. Woods, all of Eden. Catherine Faye Spinks Cox died Monday. Graveside services will be held Saturday at 2 at Overlook Cemetery. The family will meet for visitation at the funeral home from 1 until 1:45. She was born in Rockingham County and was a member of Spray Baptist Church. Surviving are daughter Toni Cox Fain, 1 grandchild, and her cat Oliver. She was preceded in death by husband Glenn Cox. 4 announcements from Perry Spencer Funeral Homes. Public viewing for Sarah E. Carter is today 1 to 7 in Eden, with funeral services tomorrow at 11 at St. John United Methodist Church, with burial at Eden Garden Cemetery. Public viewing for Julius J. Ross is Friday 1 to 7 in Eden. The family will receive friends Saturday starting at 12 at Jones Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, with services at 12:30 and burial at Spring Grove Baptist Church Cemetery. Arrangements for Frank D. Dalton, 94 of Walnut Cove, are incomplete in Madison. Arrangements for Mary L. Smith Robinson, 82 of Eden, are incomplete in Eden.